Good afternoon from 6 Feet Above Art Studio, where art comes to life, but the neighbors not so much. So today we're going to be doing something in the junk journal realm. I'm going to be showing you how to coffee stain paper and then also add a scent to it. So that's something that I like to do in my junk journals, is add scent to the pages, because like I said before, a junk journal isn't just a junk journal. I prefer to call it a sensory journal because of the smells and the touch and the crinkle, and it's more than just you put junk in it. So anyway, let's get busy. What you're going to need is a little bit of water, some instant coffee, and I use instant coffee because it's richer. It just makes a darker stain. A coffee cup with nothing in it, your paper, a spoon or something to mix with, whatever scent you're using, and today we're going to use vanilla, and then a place to lay the paper to dry it. So the first thing I'm going to do is just pour a layer of water. It might need a little bit more than that. So you're going to put a layer of water, and then you're going to add your instant coffee. And it's up to you how much you want to add. It's kind of trial and error, but I just put it in like that, sprinkle it around, and then swirl it a little bit. And it's okay if you leave like big chunks of it on the bottom, because that's going to make your paper more interesting. Okay, so you want to do that. Then you're going to take your vanilla. And if you don't have vanilla, but you have lavender or some other kind of oil, you can do that as well. So I'm just going to put a few drops in there. And I'm also going to swirl that around. I'm going to break that up. Okay. So now you're going to take your paper, and I'm using this thick textured paper. You can hear it. You can crinkle it up so that it gives it more of an antique look. And you don't have to crinkle it. We'll do one that's not crinkled also. Okay, so rough it up a little bit. All right, we're going to stick it in the paper and saturate it. Just like that. Okay, so then I add a little bit to the top, oops, of the instant coffee, just kind of like that. And you just put the rest back in there. There we go. And then I'm just going to flip it over, and there's a little bit left on there, so we'll just knock that off there. Okay, so we'll just set this over here. You can leave it in there as long as you want to, depending on how dark you want it. Add a little bit more and get a little bit darker. I have a little bit too much water in here right now, but that's okay. All right, so then we're going to put one that we didn't crinkle up. Saturate it. You'll see why I prefer the crinkled up, because it just gives it lines to stain, and then it looks really neat. Let's get a little bit to put on top. Oh, that was a lot. We'll put a couple more over here too and let that sit there. Now, you might have seen someone do this differently, and that's okay. In the art world, everyone does something different. There's no right or wrong way, as long as it looks the way that you want it to. That's what matters. Okay. So now we have that. Flip this one over again. And like I said, you leave it there as long as you want to. And you can add more of the instant coffee and that'll make it even darker. Okay, so I would leave it here longer so that it could get darker, but for video's sake, I'm just gonna take it out and do the next step, but you can definitely let it get darker. All right, so the next step is you're gonna want something to put your paper on to let it dry. And I'm just gonna use an Amazon package envelope. So I'm gonna take this and scoot it over. Bring this over. Switch places. All right, and let it drip off a little bit. There we go. And then we'll do this one. All right. Now, if you would like to add a little bit to this, you can get your instant coffee. And you want to put it in a part of the pan that isn't wet. Like I said, I have too much water here. And then just add a little bit of water to it. Squish it around. And then you're going to take a coffee cup and push it down into those coffee grounds. Bring it over to your paper and just press down. And look at that. Then we'll do it here. Just let it sit. Beautiful. Okay. Then we're going to put that here. This is a little bit messy, so if you're afraid of messes, you might want to do this outside. All right, so you can use a hair dryer to dry it. And that'll be quicker than just letting it air dry, or if you have a lot of room where you are and you can just let it lay out to let it dry, then you can do that. But there it is. And you can also flip it over and do the cup on the other side as well, depending on how you want it. And something that I have found, even though it is stained, it looks really nice when you ink the edges once it's dry. It gives it a really neat finished look. So there you are. There's your video for today. I hope that you have fun, and let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this, or if you would like to see something different, or if you took the time to try it yourself. Have a good rest of your day.